Okay, good morning. It's Tuesday, and we're coming to you live from the Lamppost Coffee Shop. We come to you every morning at 9 a.m. Hope everything's going all right with everybody. Thought I'd put some music in the background. What do you think? We're still trying to play around with the audio, try to get the best audio we can coming to you live. We've got background noise and stuff that you have, have to deal with when you're going live, but we're going to give it our best shot. Hopefully this will work out okay. And what do you think of the music? Up or down? Up or down? I don't know. We'll turn it down a little bit. Go from there. What do you think? All right, if you're with us, join chat. Let's talk, hang out, have a cup of coffee, and see what's going on today. I really don't have anything planned. Again, we're just doing sort of some dress rehearsals to make sure we've got all of our tech worked out, and still playing around with the audio. As we progress over the coming days, we'll become more topic based, and we'll pick some topics to talk about and some things to do. But today we're just sort of doing another test run to make sure everything is working okay. So if you're in the vicinity, give us a shout. Come into chat and give us a hello. Let's talk. I know many of you are wondering about this YouTube thing. Is it too saturated? I mean, if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, this is probably the best time to do it. The technology is there. Everything you need is there. It's inexpensive. All you need really is your iPhone. And so if you're wanting to do a YouTube channel, this is the best time to do it. So I'd encourage you to give it a shot. Which brings me to our questions for today. There's the coffee shop, by the way. Nice peaceful morning in the Austin, Texas area. It's been a little damp, a little humid, a little warm, middle of October. It was like 94 degrees yesterday. So the fall weather has not set in Texas yet. Some of you have been asking me, why do a YouTube channel at all? And the main reason I do it is because it's fun. It gives me another opportunity to meet people, get online, express myself. So I do it because it's fun, and I also do it because it could potentially make some money. It's not that difficult to make money on YouTube. It just takes time, takes effort, takes a lot of posting, and it takes a lot of thinking about what viewers want to see and how you can help your viewers with the content that you create. And I tend to lean toward the old idea of social media: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I like all of the social media topic. Everything about social media interests me. So I think my channel, although it's got lots of different topics, you'll notice if you see my channel here, the hardest thing I've had to deal with is a niche, finding a niche. People think you need to home in on one area that you're passionate about and go for that. But I have so many different interests that I have found it hard to find any one particular niche. So I think I am the niche. And you can see how I've got all of these various topics. Here are my live streams here at top, and then AI, culture, social media. I'm doing some explainer videos that are becoming popular on TikTok, so I'm starting to create some explainer videos, fine art. So I'm kind of going against the grain when they say you need to find one specific niche and home in on that. I tend to have a smorgasbord of things that I'm interested in, and so it's more about building my personal brand and not finding one particular niche, because I'm interested in all kinds of stuff. So today, for example, I think we'll look at Sora and do a demonstration on Sora 2. So that's why I do YouTube, because it's just all kinds of fun. How long have I been on YouTube? Well, I first posted a YouTube video way back in 2007. I was traveling throughout the Southwest, attending art shows, art festivals, and I was doing an online blog, and I started posting YouTube videos back in 2007, 2008. And then I went away from YouTube for an extended period of time and really didn't get back to it until the last year. And so I often think back, boy, what if I had stayed on YouTube back in 2007, 2008 and stayed with it? Where would I be today? Because so many of the big channels you see today have experience. I mean, some channels, it's taken them 10 years to build an audience. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you need to think in terms of years and not months. It takes time. So I'm looking at this adventure of YouTube posting and developing channels as the long term. It's thinking about the long term. What's my goal? Well, my immediate goal is to get monetized, and I can't get monetized without 1,000 subs. So please give me a like and a sub. Without 1,000 subs, you can't get monetized. And once you get monetized, then you can start thinking about looking at income streams and budgets and making money from Google Ads. Of course, there's ways you can monetize your channel without being monetized by YouTube. I mean, you can sell items, sponsor items, have affiliates. If I had a course, for example, I wanted to sell, I could sell a course. I could do digital products. There's all kinds of side issues to generate income without relying on Google Ads. But so my immediate goal is to get monetized, to get 1,000 subs. Now, what advice do I have if you're starting to think about opening a channel, starting a channel? I think number one is decide what channel you're going to have. Is it going to be like me, to where you're going to build your personal brand and have all kinds of various topics, or are you going to find a niche? Now, the majority of advice out there is to find a specific niche. Find that thing you're passionate about and go all in on that in terms of your channels. So that's the number one thing, is you've got to decide what kind of topic you're going to deal with. What content are you going to create? But then at the beginning, I don't know if it really matters. The main thing you got to do to begin a YouTube channel is start posting. You're not going to go anywhere until you start creating. And you'll learn, the more you post, the more you create videos, the more you do the editing, you'll discover that it's a journey, and it's all about learning from day to day, from video to video, and getting better at talking on camera and those kind of things. And so the advice I have is just to get started. Start posting videos and don't worry about the topic right now. Just start getting used to posting videos and creating content and doing the editing, and then discover the niche, discover your topic as you go along. All right, well, let's go up and see what's happening online. If you're stopping by, if you're viewing, jump into chat, say hello, let's talk, let's just hang out for a while. Here's my channel. Let's see what's happening on X this morning. And by the way, the coffee shop Wi-Fi is a little bit in and out. Sometimes it'll work and sometimes it'll cut out. Seems like it works fine in the mornings, and then in the afternoons it dies on me. So I don't know what the issue is, but sometimes I have to switch over to my hotspot because the Wi-Fi is not very stable. So if that happens, then you'll know why we went blank. But I'm gonna cut the music and see what's happening on X this morning. What I want to do is test the audio on these various platforms, and wow, listen to that crowd. George Springer hitting that go-ahead home run. Holy schmoly. All right. Oh, we got some protesters. Here we go. All right, let's see what else we got going on. I did say I wanted to go over to Sora. Here's my Sora page. Now, the thing about these are all the 10-second clips that I've created using Sora 2 so far. And you'll notice there is a mute button up here. If you have the mute button turned off, the audio from the clip will come on automatically as you hover it over with your mouse.
I love a good steak.
Nectar.
Peace be with you. I'm a Jedi Knight. Saber moves with a training dummy. The rope.
But it gets to be annoying, so I turn that mute button on while I'm creating. Well, let's create something this morning. Down here you see the let's see. Trying to adjust the window here a little bit so that you can see down here. What are we going to create this morning? Well, let's see. Let's think about this for a minute. Okay, here's the prompt that I put in. Trying to adjust the window here to see if I can get you to see. Well, I guess I can't. Let's see. Maybe I need to adjust. Okay, what I'm trying to do is show the prompt window down here. Oh well, but here's the prompt that I put in. I am a circus clown walking my pet kangaroo down a dirt road. You gotta get the bird. And you'll notice up here is where the cue is located. And it usually takes a couple of minutes for it to generate, so we'll see. All right, let's see. All right. While we're waiting, we'll continue to look around, see what's happening elsewhere. All right, let's see here. What happened to my audio? Technical difficulties. All right, where is my... See what I mean by trying to get all the... Where did my audio go? Okay, so I guess it's working. Test and bring in some music. See if the music's working. Okay, there we go. I kind of like that music in the background because it reminds me that the audio's working. On when you're browsing and there's no audio, then everything is so quiet that you're afraid to cut off. So I kind of like that music in the background. So yeah, that may be a little too loud. I don't know. What do you think? I can turn it down a little bit. It's all about balance. And I'm doing a lot of adjusting and a lot of testing here because then later when I go back and watch this, I can sort of tell what is a good balance. This is all a learning experience. That's the whole idea. You've got to start somewhere and experience and learn as you grow, as you go along. So that's why I'm going to be spending the next few days just hanging out and testing things out and getting comfortable with the setup. I'm using OBS as the streaming platform. It's free, but there's a learning curve involved. So if you're going to use OBS, take some time to learn how to use it. And I'm only going live on YouTube. I'm not streaming live on Facebook. I can only do one or the other unless I use a third-party streaming service that feeds the live stream to both platforms, which I will do eventually. Because eventually what you want to do is have a live stream that goes to Facebook, goes to YouTube, goes to TikTok, and I have a Patreon page, and I can also go live on Patreon now. They've added that as a feature. You can actually go live on Patreon. So, and I'll show you my Patreon. It's at mitchakin.com. This is my Patreon page. I post articles and slowly we'll begin to develop Patreon. Because I do sell t-shirts. I have a t-shirt company. There's other things that I want to sell and use to generate income, so well, let's see. Sora. I want to see my clown. Here we go. Now the prompt was a circus clown.
Nice day for a stroll, huh, Skip? Sun's out. Nice day for a stroll, huh, Skip? Sun's out, road's quiet, can't ask for better. You're keeping a good pace today.
All right, my prompt was a circus clown. I am a circus clown walking my pet kangaroo down a country road. This is what it is.
For me, will ya? Folks are gonna think we're the oddest pair in the county. And nice day for a stroll, huh, Skip? Sun's out, road's quiet, can't ask for better. You're keeping a good pace today. Leave some dust for me, will ya? Folks are gonna think we're the oddest pair in the county. And nice day for a stroll, huh, Skip? Sun's out, road's quiet, can't ask for better. You're keeping a good pace today. Leave some dust for me, will ya? Folks are gonna think we're the...
I don't know about you, but I think that's amazing how I can just come up with a random prompt and it create this video based on that prompt. It's just absolutely astounding. I don't understand how it happens, how they can do it. But nonetheless, there it is. It's amazing. All right, let's see what else is happening. Well, let's go to YouTube. We want to go here. Again, if you're dropping by, just drop into chat. Say hello. I want to make sure chat's working. All right, let's see what Daniel's talking about today.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Fantasy News. I am your disheveled goblin host Daniel Green, and today I'm going to start this off by throwing in the towel. In a combination announcement / quickie news, we're changing things up even late in the game because this is the final season of Fantasy News if you've not been paying attention recently. Adrian Tchaikovsky has had 3 more projects announced atop the 5 we've covered in the last 3 months, and I give up. I don't know if you all remember this, but I've been trying to read every Adrian Tchaikovsky book as a part of a project where I can say I read every book, and I've managed to do 5 in 3 months, and he's announced more projects than I've read in that time, which is a little disheartening. I don't know who put what in his Wheaties, but I'm gonna wait for him to slow down a bit, probably try this again in 2026, because kicking off the news, Adrian Tchaikovsky announced Preaching to the Choir, a new book pitched as Elena Mendez thought she understood what old money was. She knew her boyfriend Ross Edinburgh was rich like old money rich. She knew he was the scion of some eccentric British line that predates the whole United States. She knew he didn't really get on with his family, and that he fled to America to study free of their influence. Ross has been summoned to Enderby, the family mentioned built on a monastery centuries ago for an exclusive, mysterious family gathering that happens only once a generation. Spouses and partners aren't invited, but Ross has asked Alina to come anyway for moral support. But there are secrets in the moldering old pile, and terrors in the unkempt woods in the estate, and Alina slowly comes to realize that old money means so much more than she ever imagined. And as someone who has read Service Model, Alien Clay, the 3 released Children of Time books, and one other Adrian Tchaikovsky title that eludes me, I can't wait to see what he can do with this type of horror pick. It reminds me of the movie Ready or Not, which is a gem if you like good popcorn fun horror. Really enjoy that one. And this will be released August of 2026, and the cover.
Okay, that was Daniel Green. If you're a writer, especially a writer in the fantasy genre, he's a really good guy to watch his channel. He's an author himself, and he's been doing a fantasy, sci-fi sort of book author channel, YouTube channel for about 8 years, 7 or 8 years. And he's really good at it. That's quite a following. I always check my messages up here to see what someone has. See if there's anything I need to, let me move myself out of the way here. Right up here. This is where your comments will show up when you make comments on various YouTube channels. And when someone comments to your YouTube channel, you'll see it there. Now, I always respond to people who comment on my videos. It takes time sometimes, but unless they're trolling, just trying to cause trouble. But for most people who have positive, have something positive to say, I always respond back, because again, we're trying to establish relationships online here with people, trying to get to know people and build your audience. And you do that one by one by talking with them, commenting with them, responding to their comments. See what else we got going on. Well, let's see. I always check the headlines, see what's happening. Well, that Mark Wahlberg in there. buys a house in Florida. He's also living in Las Vegas, where he's building a movie studio. So these guys, where in the world did they get all of their money? Unbelievable. All right, I'm waiting for someone to jump into chat. I don't like talking to myself. Someone needs to jump in and ask a question. But we're just hanging out, doing a bunch of nothing. Again, there's the coffee shop. You know, I was talking about yesterday how hard it was to do a stream with just one monitor. I just had my laptop yesterday. I needed to buy an adapter to hook up my second monitor. And this is the reason. Look at the monitors here. Look at all the open windows on these monitors. That's why I need two monitors. I've got my OBS down here. I've got the browser here. This is the YouTube Studio streaming window. Then chats come up here. And to try to cram all of this onto one laptop monitor, rather difficult. So that's why you need two monitors. And monitors are so cheap these days, there's no reason not to use one. So go out and buy yourself an extra monitor if you're going to do some streaming. I mean, I was at the where was it? I was at the pawn shop the other day looking around, and they had a whole shelf full of monitors that they were selling for $10 each. I asked the guy, and he said they can't give them away. So go to your local pawn shop, spend $10 and get a monitor, because really it doesn't have to be anything fancy. The main thing is it allows you to spread out all these windows that you need. All right, well, what else we got going on? I've been at this now about a half an hour. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good test for the day. So, again, thanks for coming along. And we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the coffee shop for another hangout session. We'll be playing around. We may come up with a topic, come up with something to talk about, but feel free to join us and hang out, have a cup of coffee, have a good day.